Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pro Clubs Weekly. Picking up some Vpg Esports Premier this evening. Back on our own channel, back on home turf. Still no Domino, he's living it up in Italy, so you're stuck with me for this evening. I am 8ball, one half of Pro Clubs Weekly. And we've got a bit of an extra one for you tonight. We weren't really supposed to be on, but we couldn't keep away. Not when we saw the two games tonight. The first one, I've got some music to play, whether or not we can squeeze that in, whether or not I actually know how to do it. It's Creative versus Fenix, and the music I'll play hopefully will make sense because it's a Scotland derby. And then following that, we have SV Volt, who currently sit in 4th place, dreams of the title. And Altay, who, to be fair, at the beginning of the season would have had similar dreams. They're currently 10th, but I think they might be on the way up. So, hey, they're a very, very good side against SV Volt, who are also a very good side. But first and foremost, let's get down to business with this Scotland derby. And how on earth am I going to be able to play this when I don't think I've ever played any sound through any of my streams, because copyright is well and truly brutal. Let me see if this works. Bear with me. Right. I mean, I'm aware it's gone deadly quiet right now. Is this gonna work? I don't know if anything is currently coming out. I mean, it's a terrible rendition. The Scotsman might like it. It's not doing much for me, but why would it? Oh, that's better. Okay. I'm hoping you can hear it. Let's see if this...
That fought and died for your wee bit heel and glen that stood against him. Proud Edward's on.
Right, you should be able to hear that now, okay? We said
and sent him homeward.
I think it might be
to think
again. There we go. We said we'd play it. Here it is, boys and girls. It's the Scotland derby. It has to be done. Hey, I am as patriotic as the next guy, so it's what we do. I'm not going to do this for every country, unless the Germans. We can get another. I do like that national anthem. Right, let's go and check in with the teams whilst this plays, while the Scotsmen are standing up. Hopefully a few of the boys have got this on. And hopefully you can still hear me over this. Probably not. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, let's find out where we are. Because you can see behind this, if I drop this. One team already, and Fenix are normally pretty good. Hello Mendy, let me know if you can hear me. I don't know. I don't know if anyone can hear me over this. I've got my headphones on and it's so loud. But we said we'd do it, we said we'd play it. The Scottish national anthem for the Scotland derby, Creative at 18th versus Fenix at 8th. It's Patriotic Thursday night, boys and girls. Patriotic Thursday night.
Those days are past now, and in the past they must remain. But we can still rise now and be the nation again that stood against.
I'm quite sure this is definitely the Scottish national anthem, right? Thanks, Mendy. Thank you, mate. Can you hear the Scottish national anthem or whatever song this is? I think it's the Scottish national anthem. I'm quite sure. To be honest, I spent most of my time going and finding this song, but also swapping everything over from, if you've been watching the VPG YouTube this week, we've been over there. So I've been moving everything over onto this channel. There we go, that's done. Said we'd do it. I don't know what this is. It was bagpipes. And then look at that, just in time, right? Let's get this back on. Whew, right. That was patriotic. I like that. We should do that at the start of every game. Shall we do that at the start of every game? A national anthem of each club's country. Maybe just for the derbies. Like, otherwise, I think most of the stream will literally just be that. But yeah, let us know your favorite national anthem. No cheating, no picking your own one. But there we go. Learning something new every day. I might be coming through twice. Sorry about that. Learning something new every day, boys and girls, is the national anthem of Scotland. Flower of Scotland. There you go. Right. Down to business then. No stats, just straight up 1v1. Creative versus Fenix. 22 players in the lobby. Here they come. It's going to be a good one because both teams want to win this. Not just because it's a game of esports premier pro clubs, but because it is the Scotland derby. There's a lot of pride. There's 3 points ready, and there's a lot of pride ready. It is Fenix in the Marseille kit with Hash PA up front for them today. Playing from left to right, and it is Creative in the black from right to left, and here we go. Phoenix Benny swings it in, bonk, picks it up. I think you might be Mendy. You might be the only person who likes the English national anthem, English or not. I don't think a lot of English people they don't love it. Bully flicks it on. Henry gets it all the way back to Sparta, recycling from the back. And thanks for taking the time out of your night from playing the FC25 beta, by the way. Let me know how you're getting on with that. If you got a code, let me know if you didn't get a code. Everett tries to cut inside, cut out by Hendricks. CJ Hyde does give away the foul there. Yeah, it did look like a foul, to be fair. And Creative will restart on the halfway line. Play to look out for is this man over the ball now, Brillo. He's been fantastic. I say that and he almost gives the ball away. He's been fantastic recently at right centre back. Almost plays like a right back. Very, very good player. Good form. Zobo loses out to Twins. Hash PA's got it on the edge of the box. Beats one, but Wares steps across. Formerly of Memzino Board. Good central centre back. And calmly plays it out of danger. Here is Bully down the line. Tries to look inside, but Henry, who I think might be Mad Bad Harkey, steps in. And Everett concedes the throw-in. Deep in the Phoenix half. 0-0 first 10 minutes. 3 points at stake in the Vpg Esports Premier. Olmo into Hendricks on the edge of the box. Everett steps in well and turns well. CJ Hyde playing in cam tonight. I think they've had 3 different cams this week. They are missing their talisman Tiki. Slight suspicion of offside, and yes, Hash just offside. Good start though by Phoenix. Looking to break down that left a few times. Unlucky with those couple of attempts. Here's Bully, lots of touches for him early doors. Hendricks into Newman, the cameraman, but Benny back there doing the defensive work and gives the ball away. Unlike that man, Newman on the edge of the box. Everett, who's had a solid start to the game and picks the ball out down the line and his favoured left-hand side, but there's Brillo. You watch him, he is a danger. Restart with a throw, and it's given away. Everett just about does enough. Concedes the throw in doing so, though. Creative pick it up in the Phoenix half. Happy to keep the ball. Back to Brillo. Wears into Zobo's feet. Sprays it out wide. Both sides favouring this far side early doors. The right-hand side for Creative, left-hand side for Phoenix. In fact, I think this is the furthest on this side it's been. It was only about halfway through. CJ Hyde, a small man Bill, wins that header though, rather unexpectedly, and Hash, unlike him, gives the ball away with somewhat of a very Hash playable pass. Yamas, probably his first touch, and Chaos. Everyone down this side, first touches of the game, 20 minutes in. His Chaos gets the better of his man though, Harry Newman. Olmo into Zobo, gives it to Davey, edge of the box. Harkey steps in, CJ Hyde gives it away though. Good pressure from Creative, they look hungry tonight. Has the shot, blocked by Harkey, recycled by Zobo. Lots of touches for him. Olmo floats in, Sparta thinks about coming, doesn't. Twins heads it down to his left midfielder, Benny, but loses out again. Here is XL Bully, beats his man, bit of space in the box, cuts it across along the floor. Harkey steps in, gives it to Everett, and yeah, he goes long. I think that might have been the correct choice there. Keeper takes a chance. Takes it down. And here is another goalkeeper. Sweeper keeper. He's been playing FC 25 be it too much. They love a sweeper keeper on there. But ultimately turned out to be the right decision for Sparta. Scotland derby. 0-0. Fenix and Creative. Creative off the back of a 5-1 win against Dregs. A very good side in the last game. Looking to replicate that in this game. Or at least some of that anyway. Picked up in the midfield. I think that's Zobo. We've lost the names. Don't know why. It does that occasionally. Might have to wait for it to go back out. Here is XL Bully, though, inside. Creative looking good on the ball now. I would say Phoenix probably started better, but now Creative have got a foothold in it and starting to look more likely to create something. But you know that means absolutely nothing in clubs as we break down this right-hand side. Acres of space to run into. Loses man, just cuts back. Maybe not what he meant. We might get the names back soon. Here we go. Over the top, though. Sparta thinks about coming. He is way off his line. He's backpedaling. Newman beats his man. No, he does not. Harkey steps across, wins the ball. We're still waiting for this ball to go out so we can get some names. Over the top to Bully. Sparta comes again, claims the ball, concedes the foul. If he wants to put it down and take the free kick, that would be great. Instead, goes long. The ball's been in play now for about 26 minutes straight. Bully on this right-hand side plays it in to either Davey or Newman. It's Davey on the yellow. Bully. Creative keeping the ball well, but then when they get to the edge of the box, they just get halted by that back three of Phoenix, who we know are very strong. Before you even include the goalkeeper, who is also very strong. Quite literally. Right-hand side for Phoenix. Not often ventured down here, but when they have, they've got a bit of joy. Twins into striker's feet. I think that was Hash PA. We are going to get a restart, and we might get the names back now. Although there's no names. Domino's in the chat from Italy. Unless he's back now. If you're back now, we're mad. No names, so I don't know who stood over this. So take your pick. Benny usually takes free kicks. It could be him. It is Benny. Big save by Bonk, but he spilled it. Tries to get it back in, and Free Jade gets it out for a corner. 3 minutes left, and it's very pro clubs territory time for scoring. Knocks it down. Chaos off the line. Wares heads it back into his own box. Bully deals with it, but only as far as Everett stabs it into the back post. Scrambling in. Domino's evil twin. It's been given as a goal. I'm going to press the goal button. It has. It's Hash PA. It looks like he's bundled it in. It's that or it's an own goal. They don't care. It's pro clubs team's favourite time to score. Just before half-time. And that's exactly what's happened. It's 1-0 to Phoenix. Not necessarily against a run of players. Anyone's game. It was begging for a goal. And we finally got one in the Scotland derby. Phoenix 1, Creative 0. And we're coming into half-time. But if Creative can grab a chance here, break some Phoenix hearts. Everett, absolutely no chance of getting past him when he's in that form. And there we go. Half-time. First half over and done with. Do you know what? It flew by. For a 1-0, it absolutely flew by. Carnage is what you saw, Domino. Absolute carnage in that box. I wasn't even going to attempt to try and call it because it truly was just, it was brutal. There was no, I don't want to say people were panicking, but people were slapping that clearance button. And that's what happens. You come up against good sides with players like Hash PA, they're going to put you to the sword. They only need half a chance. And to be fair, that really was half a chance. There wasn't that much in it. Stabbed back in by Everett and put away, we think, by Hash PA. He was the man claiming it. Now, Creative, 18th in the league. They're a better side than 18th. I'll tell you that for nothing. They're not even going to settle for a draw here. They're going to want the maximum 3 points. We've seen them come back from a goal down on the channel before. Can they do it again? Phoenix play better when they are down. They're currently ahead. Something has to give. Here we go. Final 45 minutes. Housekeeping once more. It is Phoenix from right to left in the white Marseille kit. And we've got Creative in the away Man City kit from left to right. Scotland derby. We were playing the Flower of Scotland before this, so a very patriotic evening on a Thursday. What better way to spend? Domino's here as well. Harkey gobbles that one up. into Hash, who immediately gives it to Benny. He's got a lot of room to run into. Almost doesn't want to, but will. And slides it through to Hash as well. Good play from him. Edge of the box, Dominio. Hendricks and co step in. And I think you'll now start to see Creative just start to leave a few of their attacking players forward. Obviously, they've got Newman, who's on 12 goals this season. They've got Davey, two really, really good strikers. They only really need to leave those two up because, again, a bit like Hash PA, they only need half a chance. Wes is having a fantastic game with the France Afro. Goes long, but it'll be taken down by Joe Boy, who, to be fair, I haven't seen him have many touches of the ball. As a centre-back, I don't think he'll mind that whatsoever. Brillo. Good to see him get... What a pass that is by Wes, by the way. Into his centre midfield teammate, and just breaks that first line of the press. But they did come back, so it leads to nothing ultimately. Davey wins it high up. Hendricks into Newman, gets the shot off, and there's Sparta. Big strong wrist from a big strong lad. Tips it round the post for a corner for Creative. Probably their first proper chance. And their first proper chance coming up against... He might be offside there. No, he's on. Harry Newman swings it into the near post. There was Brillo taking up a good space there at the near post. Dominio tries to take it down, but Chaos, he was offside. He was offside. Domino, when are you back? I don't even know when you're back. We should probably schedule something. Let me know. Jay. Into Newman's feet. On the overlap is Chaos. Gives it to his striker, Davey. Did well with the roulette, but couldn't pick out a pass. Twins does well, though. Double whammy there. And Hash, doing what Hash does well. Just holds the ball up. Something that the Phoenix strikers do well. They are without Paddy tonight, and I think that's a big miss for anyone. But what a nice replacement Hash PA is. CJ Hyde playing Cam, their third different Cam this week. Joe Boy into Clark, gives it away. Chaos steps in. Zobo back to Chaos. Gives it to Olmo. Again, just crowded out by that midfield three. Dominio rides the tackle. Here is CJ Hyde. Players are plenty to choose from. Again, left and right hand side. Brillo does well. Thought he might head home. Instead gives it to XL Bully, who goes long. They're trying to hit these strikers early, but against this back three of Phoenix, they're very, very good defensively. Everett, Joe Boy, and Harkey. And again, you've got that sweeper keeper in Sparta as well. It's a strong back four. I think they might need to just maybe ditch the long balls. Keep it on the deck. They've been getting some joy when they do that. Getting it into Davey and Newman's feet. Letting them turn on it. Bringing in the wide players. XL Bully and Chaos having good games. They just need to be bought into it a little bit more. Hendricks. Last 18 minutes. Olmo. Again, you can see Newman looking for it. He does get it. Palms it off to Zobo. Over the top. Chaos will chase. Chaos will get. Swings it into the back post. Everett clears. CJ Hyde's not going to win that with a small man build. Edge of the box to Hendricks. Step over. He almost wrong-footed Sparta, but I mean, wrong-footed me from up here. He didn't wrong-foot Sparta whatsoever. He guessed the right way, and it's another big save. This is what you get when you get a world-class goalkeeper between the sticks. You could do, to be fair, you could have easily tapped in from Italy. Probably better connection than your home one. Davey gives it to Newman. XL Bully, look at that. Mad Bad Harkey steps right in and keeps the ball as well. Although I say that, they give it away high up. Zobo into XL Bully. There he is. That's what he does. It's what he does. What the whole back line does. I mean, they're winning it and they're currently giving it away quite a lot. Exhibit A. I'm not sure what happened there. A late tackle maybe from XL Bully. To be honest, that's probably just frustration more than anything. Because Creative had a lot of the ball. They've had two good chances. They've just been met by a demon between the sticks. Newman swings it in back post. Everett does well. And I tell you, this back three, this back four is what they'll do all game. Clark wins it high up for Phoenix. Yamas swings it in. Brillo's there. They might try and let the shackles off him now, as they look for an equalizer. XL Bully wins it, and it's fallen to Newman. Big tackle, whoever that was sliding in. Chaos has got an edge of the box, stabs it in, wears up from the back, which means it's 3v2 at the back. Now it's 2v2 at the back. Domino's evil twin slides in his strike partner. Hash PA. He's in no rush. Good bit of game management from him. Happy to get in the corner in this Scotland derby. He's just let that go from his grasp. We've seen Fenix score late goals on the channel. We've seen them concede late goals on the channel. I don't think this one is over, boys and girls. But don't quote me on it also. But also, if they score, quote me on it. Brillo flicks it down to Wes, his centre-back partner. Tells you a lot about what they're trying to do right now. Davey, edge of the box, gives it to his strike partner, Newman. He green-timed it, but I think it might have been a fake shot. Whoever was there did enough to put him off it. Clark, under a bit of pressure from this press, does really well. Good composure from that man. Yamas will do well not to lose it there. He does. Clark steps in, and look at that. I think he may have just won his team the game with that. But he's put Domino through. He's going to go for goal because look at the time. Square ball is on. Instead, he just plays it off. He just plays it off. It's absolutely fine. 1-0 up. It stays 1-0. And Sparta-inspired Fenix pick up all 3 points in the Scotland derby. 3 shots apiece. A relatively even game. But, hey, it was that corner. It was that just not clearing the lines. You know, teams like to play out from the back. I'm quite sure that's what they're trying to do. EA had other thoughts, and they got punished for it. And that is, it's pro clubs in a nutshell. It's a cruel mistress. You don't always get what you deserve. But Fenix in 8th on a slight bit of a skid at the moment, and they won't mind me saying they will be more than happy to pick up 3 points. March on to the next game, the second game of the evening for both of those sides. Creative will be looking to put some wrongs right in that second game as well. Domino now owes Sparta another cornetto. An Italian cornetto this time. Right. You can have my face. Second game of the evening. I did promise you 2 games tonight, and 2 games you will get. Second game of the evening is SV Volt, who are currently in 4th place, are playing Altay. Not our favourites. Promise you we don't have favourites. Let me just go and grab the link for that, because I've got friends in high places. Mr. Zanaris, thank you very much for the link. Let me grab that. Pop this up, pop this up. That's not going to work. Oh. Altay are streaming on YouTube. I like it. Turn the sound off. Pop this on. Altay are very far behind. Very, very, very far behind. And I mean like crazy far behind. Yeah, they kicked off not long ago. I mean, to be fair, we don't usually do it on the channel, but they're 20 minutes into their game. Let me just refresh it just to make sure. Yeah, they're 20 minutes into their game, so they're going to be a very long time. I genuinely don't think anyone wants to hear me talk for that long. And not even my family members. So we will, let me just double check this. Yeah. It's a big fat no. Altay kicked off at 2 minutes past 10 minutes ago. No, they would have struggled to get in. Right. What we'll do is we'll have a quick break. We never break on this channel. I don't even think I've ever used my BRB button. But we'll have to do it now because otherwise it's going to be a long wait. Boys and girls, join me again. I'll be back in to talk your ears off in about, let's call it 6 or 7 minutes, shall we? So just enough time. Grab yourself a drink, a hot drink. Grab yourself, I don't know, pen and paper, make some notes, I don't know. And Domino, grab yourself an alcoholic beverage and a cornetto and meet me back here in 6 or 7 minutes. Keep the chat going as well, boys and girls. I need some company. I miss Domino. I've not had him all week, so yeah. I'll see you in 6 or 7 minutes. To be honest, boys and girls, I had a little break, and then I remembered that Altay are actually just playing now, and it's their first game of the night, so we get to see the second half of their first game, and then the full second game. It makes sense. I was literally just sat here. So I'll watch it with you guys, because that makes so much more sense. So it is Carinthia and Altay in the white from right to left. Do you know what? I don't really know who they're playing. I don't know who RT are. And it's not because I don't know stuff. It's because I don't know how to say their team name. It is Root to Fell Esports. So it is 19th plays 10th. And it's 2-0 to RT. So it's very VPG Esports Premier like that. The underdog on paper, we'll always call them underdogs on paper. Only 10 points separate them after 20 or so games, so there is a gap. And I don't think they'll mind being called underdogs here, because currently they are winning, and also they're making Altay have to come out and play. You saw just 2-on-2 at the back there. So they're in a very, very strong position here. They won't mind that one bit. But here we go. A game and a half of Altay. Not our favourites, obviously. Here is Carinthia Jr. Good tackle there by Fisher. And it's going to be a corner to Altay. And if they're going to get something out of this game, it's going to need to be quite soon. Primos heads it down to the dangerous Zenaris. We talked about his goals in the last stream over on VPG. That man, I mean, I've still got the notes from the other day. I could probably just about find how many goals he's got, but it's a lot. They'll be looking to that man in the next 30 virtual minutes. Killer Kai loses his man nicely. Tries to cut it back to the edge of the box. There were two men waiting. But LXR gets in there, but it's going to be recycled. A man at the back post. If Jamar saw him, he didn't. Don Usal gives it into Carinthia's feet. What a tackle that is. And Kampf does well. Again, skins his own goalkeeper, and RT live to fight another day. And you bet you it's coming straight back. Aqua with a world-class first touch over his shoulder, and then fluffs up a really easy pass. That's clubs in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. Doing the hard things. Steve into Mikhail, Don Unsao. Lots of touches for him since we switched over. Gives it to Aqua into the back post. That's a ball and a half. Ramos cuts it back to Jamar. Loses his man once. Decides to just keep the ball. Gives it to Lars. Recycled nicely. Look at the white shirts up. Aqua into Carinthia's feet. Loses his man. Tries to go for the far corner. There was the goalkeeper and plenty of black shirts. Something's happened, and it will be RT who will be in no rush to play this this free kick, I guess it is, out of their own box. And a rare bit of possession. I mean, I would love to have seen where the goals came from, because since we tuned in, it's just been all Altay, and here we go, threatening to do it again. Steve, and they're more than happy just keeping the ball, just trying to find those direct passes into the front 2, 3 or 4. Maybe that's where they got their goals from, because Altay, we know, every time Middleton gets the ball, he drops it to feet, plays through the middle, plays through the thirds. Here is Jamar, can't find his striker. Carinthia looking for that one behind. And this is going to be an upset for Altay if they can't secure the points here. And we've already had half of that half an hour we spoke about. Still none the closer to a goal, let alone 2, let alone 3. They've got it all to do here. Azvedo slides it in to Diadas. Gives it to LXI, but Lars steps in, gives it off to Don Unsao. Zenaris beats his man, 2v1 if he can turn the burners on. He's getting tracked though. Don't know who that is tracking back, but that's great defensive work. Zenaris tries to go over the top, perhaps not the best ball. Lars wins it back though. It's basically cut and paste. It really is. It just keeps coming back at RT, but they keep repelling it. Jamar into the back post. Pimross gets it down. Killer Kai with the strike. For some reason, with the centre back, the man goes down. Nothing given. Zanares crowded out by a couple of black shirts. I mean, the cameraman is not my favourite cameraman in the world. There was a lot of cutting back when we really needed to see what was going on. He's managed to stay with his man because of it, though, so at least there's that. Steve on the overlap, though, looking for that near post. Well defended by Altay. It's just that final ball out as Vado goes for the near post. Middleton, he'll say he had it covered. I think he was slightly worried there. 7 virtual minutes. I think the best that Altay can do now is a draw, and I think they'll probably bite your hand off for it right now. Aqua, not too much defeat, goes in the air to Don Unsao, but Primrose can't get it under his spell, and they're just Altay just have to leave men up because you can't track that many men back when you're looking for 2 goals. And it's just playing right into the hands of RT. They're more than happy to keep this ball. They're more than happy to wait for gaps. And here are some gaps now. Right-hand side. Didas into the back post. And here is Steve. We get the goal that we were waiting for in the second half. It's gone RT's way. And Altay, I mean, they're playing 4th place SV Vault next. They're gonna have to do something magical in that second game because... yeah, they're going to be no disrespect to RT, but SV Volt are going to be a different kettle of fish. RT will be more than happy with this. It cuts their deficit as well behind Altay to just 7 points. And we're not even halfway through the season yet. So onwards and upwards for those guys. Jesper tries to find it. It's just been the story of their game so far, hasn't it? They just can't find that final pass in the box. And to be honest... Altay, we've seen them do it multiple times this season. Ultimately, the better team in that second half, chasing a 2-goal deficit. They just couldn't get anything out of them. No change from that RT back line. And fair play to RT. They've managed to keep out a very, very, very potent side. A good attacking side. A side that play out from the back really well. And a side, don't forget, if you were with me on the VPG stream, do not concede many goals whatsoever, and boys and girls, they just put 3 past them. So hey, answers on a postcard. Altay with it all to do. They're gonna have a steward's inquiry in that changing room before this game, and I know SV Vault will be waiting for them as well. So it's gotta be a quick chat, boys and girls. It's gotta be a quick chat. Altay Esports then. What do you do if you're the gaffer? What do you do if you're the gaffer? You've got to go back to basics. Just use it. I mean, teams are allowed a blip, you know. Use it as a blip. The worst thing you can do now is go and start chasing a result. Change the way you play, because every time we've seen them play this season, they've been fantastic. And they definitely have a set way of playing. I think if they start to stray from that now after that result, I do think they'll struggle against SV Vault. However, if they stick to what they know, if they stick to what they do well, get that ball into Corinthia, get that ball into Zanaris, anything can happen. Absolutely anything can happen. Just having a look to see where SV Vault are. Someone's chasing Dom's Cornetto debt already. Right. SV Vault should be looking to play now. Don't know why they're not. Should be getting something through now. I mean, they do have until half past to play, so it's definitely not looking for a default. All of the Altay boys are in, as you can see. Altay typing now. Who's the best centre back? Who is the best centre back, James? That's a very good question. I can give you probably a top 10, and in no particular order. Centre backs are a position I'm very, very passionate about, especially at this level, especially in the esports premier. There are some top quality, world class centre backs. And there we go. Volt confirming that they are ready to go. V1 Sparta is the GOAT. If you saw that first game, 100% showing what he is about. We'll be getting his build for FC25. Don't you worry about that. Thoughts on FC25 Club's creation? Yeah, it's good. It's good. There's like 300 different options for each part of the face, which is cool. I mean, obviously it's already being abused on pro clubs right now. We've seen some pretty haunting things. But in terms of what it can do to making all the players look different, and, you know, on the screen right now you can see Saliba. I think if you were to make Saliba in FC25, I mean, that Saliba looks pretty good, to be fair, but it would look even better, which I think is a good thing. The one thing I'm looking forward to, and I know this is Pro Clubs Weekly, right? Hear me out. The cranium thing, I'm really looking forward to what they're doing with it in career mode, whereby they're making the youth players look youthful, and then their appearance changes when they get to a certain age. That's cool. That is cool. That's what it needs. That's what it's needed for years and years and years and years. And I think Football Manager, if you're watching as well, you need to do the same, or even just sort the hair and the facial hair out, because that's weird, man. That's weird. But yeah, with all the faces and whatnot, we're going to see some weird stuff, as we always do, but you know, you can really make your pro look exactly how you want it to look, which is really cool. You know, we didn't get a rejoin button, we didn't get substitutes, we didn't get friendlies in Rush, we didn't get goalkeepers in Rush, but yeah, as long as people are happy with the way they look, that's all that matters, right? We're still missing a few things. We'll always be missing a few things, but hey ho, that is life. Right, here we go. Second game of our 2.5 game series tonight. And it is Altay in the red from right to left, taking on 4th place Volt. This is going to be a tricky game for the Altay boys, and an early goal would be absolutely massive for them, especially after that result in that game as well. Haroum into Don Unsal. What a turn from him. Plays a 1-2 with Jalal. Zanares wins it back on the edge of the box. That's a great ball, but I just don't think the right midfielder was expecting it. 2v2 at the back. Altay with the back 4, expecting their fullbacks to get high and wide, which they were, but it does leave them exposed. 2v2 at the back. Corincha beats his man. They are piling the pressure on here. They're happy to chuck some red shirts forward early doors as well, and they're pressing. Look at this. 3-man, 4-man press. But one pass, look at that. Lator, Mentor and Prince picking the ball up. Hasko with the on-rushing left winger on that left-hand side. Finds it. It is Leonardo. It's put away. That's not even half a chance. It's a quarter of a chance. But that's all the top players need. It's all the top players need against the top goalkeeper in the league, Middleton. He didn't stand a chance. It was bulleted, rocketed into that top-hand corner, and SV Volt, they're 4th in the league for a reason. They're on the march up the league as well. You don't see them slip up too much, and this is exactly why. A quarter of a chance, and they're a goal up already against a very good Altay side. What have they got in response? Zanares loses his man. A great through ball. I don't know why it was called back. He could have been offside, I guess. He was toying with the offside. Ramos picks it up, switches play. Pimaros, Donu Sal wins it back, but it's fallen to Sanji into Prince. And again, that 2v2 at the back. It's dangerous for Altay. It's a dangerous game to play. The goal scorer, Leonardo, into Lator Menta. Prince picks it up, keeps on the pressure for Volt, loses his man. Pimaros steps in though, gives it to Aqua. Zanaris, good turn, can't get that ball off. I think it needed to be in the air, and Jalal, again, talking to good centre-backs, very good centre-back, and sprays this one out. 60 yards to the right-hand side. Neurofunk gives it to Prince, who gets it back. 70-yard pass all the way back home. Justin just taking a few extra touches, gives it to Chico, who sprays it out to this left-hand side. Volt not getting much going by way of forward passes, and now they do get caught out by Don Unsal. Back post, Haroon swings it in. 2 men at the back post here. Neurofunk does well defensively. He's got to get out to this as well, otherwise it's going to go back in, and it does go back in. Leonardo back doing his defensive duties this time. Haroon, good bit of pressure this for Altay. A goal down. Don Unsal loses his man. He's got a good start to the game. Presses well, but Sanji's there. Gives the ball away. A bit sloppy. Jalal steps in this time. Carincha wins it back. Loses his man. Jalal somehow has managed to get that off him. Chica runs in. He gets it clear. And now Leonardo can spray this ball over the top. And he does so to La Tormenta. Slides it through to his strike partner. Hasko finishes it off. It's 2-0. Doubles the lead from close range. Goalkeeper, no chance. It really, truly is just any sniff at goal. This front 2, 3, 4 for SV Volt. Any chance they get, they're just being put to the sword, and it's good to watch. From a purely neutral point of view, it's good to watch. But Altay must be thinking, what on earth is going on? 2 half chances, 2 goals, and here we go. Haroon gives it to Carincha. He's picked the right side, but there was men on the line. Another block. SV Volt showing they can do well defensively as well as offensively. Wow. Gains. This is a good start to the game. No, we're on YouTube as well. Mainly on YouTube. GK, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Don Unsal. Over the top. Here we go. Zanares. They could probably do with a goal here. Carincha drops the shoulder. Oh, he's just pulled it wide. That was such a big chance for a man of that standard. Carincha and Zanaris teaming up well. And here we go. The square ball is on, or it should have been on. Zanaris instead, he gets taken down. Nothing given. It's a stonewall penalty. It is a stonewall penalty. The ball was on. He chose not to play it. He almost invited that tackle, knowing a tackle there would be a foul. He was tackled, he was fouled, but nothing was given. And Altay can feel really shortchanged there. Sanji to Jalal. Volt now. Bit of game management. And they've shown what they could do just by catching them on not really a counter-attack, but just a half chance in an attack. They could just punish them. And here we go, Altay. I mean, Middleton's not had a save to make. And they're 2-0 down. And they've had chances as well. Jama. Chica and Jamal there doing what they do best. Leonardo, who did get us started with the goal, tries to switch play. It's going to be cut out. Killer Kai lets that one go over his head, so he will take the throw in. Neurofunk does well, closing down, wins it as well, but can't find a striker. Again, they were 2v2 at the back. Altay definitely living dangerously, because if SV Volt get the next goal, I think it might be game over. Middleton going to sweep this with the white do-rag. Picks it up. Doesn't go to feet this time. Instead, bullets it forward to Zanaras. Turns out to be a great decision and a great pass as well. Jama. Don Unsal. What a ball that is to Zanaras. And I thought at one point it was going to break to Killer Kai. It doesn't, but they do get a corner out of it. I thought that went off for a throw-in. 2 minutes left. Pro Club's team's favourite time to score just before half-time. Altay needs something, and they need something now. What a time to score this would be. They change kick taker. It took them a good virtual 30 seconds to do that. What have they got up their sleeve? Killer Kai, near post, absolutely nothing. Falls to Prince. They've got men forward. They left 2v2 at the back. Now this could be a killer blow. La Tormenta, one of the best strikers in the league. Oh, Haroon's cleared off the line. He did everything right. Middleton went to ground, but Haroon did fantastically well to follow that in. And he stopped his team, to be honest, being out of this game completely. Carincha goes to ground, stops him going out. I mean, he should be getting pats on the back at half-time because he saved his team. But they shouldn't have been in that place anyway. They shouldn't have been in that predicament at all. From their own corner, a shoddy, I'm going to say it as a shoddy corner, and they left 2v2 at the back. And when the two players are Hasko and Latormenta, probably not the best strategy. I get we're 2 goals down, boys and girls, but whoo, if you're going to do that, the corner routine needs to be on fleek, and that was not. But hats off to Haroon, because that's you be clipping that. You be clipping that. If you want some Haroon clips, if you want some defensive clips, you go and clip that now. 2-0 though at half time. Volt will be more than happy with that. Altay, I mean, we didn't get a chance to see the stats, or if we did, I was too busy gassing, so missed them. They've been good. We all know Altay are a good side. We all know they're a good side. Is it a 2-0 game? Probably not. Is it 2-0 on the score sheet? Yes, it is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Pro Club. So, on to the second half. Let's see what this has got in store for us. Are we going to see some drama in this second half? Gaines gives it to Prince. And the trouble Altay have got now, Aqua wins that high up and does manage to give the ball off to Zanares. It's 3v3 here. Darnoon Sal's had a fantastic game, by the way. Gives it back to Zanares. He's got the space. It's a big save, but it's not gone. And Justin just does enough. Clues in the question. And Corinthia is going to be disappointed that he wasn't able to get on the end of that, because it was spilt by the goalkeeper. I mean, I'd like to say Zanares did everything right. He didn't score, but he got the chance off. He beat 2 or 3 men, got the chance off. There's not really much more you can want from a striker. And again, it's just unlucky. It's just Altay being unlucky. You don't get anything in this game for being unlucky, though. They need someone on that side, on their team, to take this game by the scruff of the neck, because it's there. Volt, for some reason, are still leaving 2v2 at the back. You can see how high their midfield is. Look, all those white shirts forward. I think for Volt, they smell blood. It's the last game of the week. I think they want to get on the score sheet. These midfielders, these wide players, they want to get on the score sheet. And here we go. Prince might do so. Instead, he's going to turn assist. Gives it to Latormenta. That's a good tactic, to be fair. Latormenta picks the ball up from, 7 yards out. Middleton's conceded 3s. Had no chance with any 3 of the goals. And like I said, Altay have looked like arguably the better side. They've got absolutely nothing to show for it, and they're 3 goals down, just like the first game. It has not been a good night for this Altay side. I don't want to say don't write him off just yet, because I don't want to tempt fate, but to get 3 goals against a Volt side who, they're a very, very good side with very, very good players, especially defensive players as well. But they are leaving themselves open, so I think if Altay, to be fair, they've had no luck all night. If they manage to get a tiny bit of luck, maybe. But what a night for Volt, who have done exactly what they needed to do. They've had their chances, they've put them away. But what a night for Altay as well. We've watched them for a game and a half, and for a game and a half, they've arguably been on top. And we haven't seen them score. We haven't seen them, I don't want to say be clinical, because it's harsh, because they're only half chances. But the teams they're playing against are putting away their half chances. And at the end of the day, that is the difference at the moment. And I can't put my finger on it for Altay. I really, really can't. Latormenta gets the ball on a sixpence, and look at the white shirts. They can smell blood. Nutmeg gives it to Hasko. Prince stabs it through to Latormenta. How on earth has that ball got through? They won't mind at all. Prince finds Latormenta, not for the first time this season. Certainly won't be the last time this season. Look at that. Locked onto him. 66 minutes gone. It's Volt 4, Altay 0. This is going the exact way of the league table, of the form table as well, to be fair. And they're not stopping, boys and girls. They are not stopping. We mentioned it before this game started. Altay can't change the way they play, because they're a good footballing side. Yes, I know they haven't had the luck of the green. They haven't put the chances away. But as soon as they move away from what they do best, which is playing good, attractive, attacking football whilst being defensively solid. I mean, look how far Zanares is back now to pick the ball up. That's their striker, ladies and gentlemen. as soon as they start to step out of their natural game, I think that's when problems start to arise. And I think that first game, that 3-0, really did put them off. And it's not a 4-0 game, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you that. But look, every time a La Tormenta inspired Volt come forward, they just look like they're going to score off the post. And again, 5 shots. Middleton's not made a save. He's not needed to make a save. They've just been potent in front of goal. And Zanaris is offside. It's the story of Altay's night. You're going to have nights like this throughout a 50-game season, don't get me wrong. Whether or not 2 of those games happen in the same night, I don't know. But, geez, I don't like using the word unlucky, but I do genuinely feel like Altay have been unlucky tonight. And that's not taking anything away from Volt, because they have been at their absolute potent best. And to be fair, I think 99 times out of 100, you would take a result over any kind of performance. But Volt have done the best of both. They've got the goals and they've played well as well. And that's pro clubs, ladies and gentlemen. Pro clubs at the highest level. This is what happens. You get absolutely punished. They say it in the Premier League. Timpson wins the header down, and it's probably the first time Middleton's had the ball in his hands. They say in the Premier League, you know, it's one slight mistake and they're in. And look, you know, one slight mistake, one bit of out of place defending, and teams are in. It's just Volt have just been clinical. James, if are you asking for La Tormenta's build? Because if you are, he's already got a build on the channel, my friend. Go and put it on. Here is Prince. Gives it to the aforementioned La Tormenta. Ball over the top. Behave. Leonardo, who set this whole thing off and running, gives it to Asco. Middleton came late, but came and won it. Big save from him. Too little, too late for sure. There's 9 minutes left. 4-goal deficit. But hey, he stopped it being a bit more of a bloodbath. But again, the play from Volt, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, James, go and find that La Tormenta build. It's a very, very good build, as you can probably tell. Prince, near post. Jalal wins the header. Killer Kai picks the ball up, sprays it out to Aqua. Sanji steps in, but Don Unsal wins it back, loses his man nicely, keeps it on as well. Sanjay back with a vengeance. 7 minutes left. And Neurofunk wins it high up, and look, here we go. Spread in the play to Hasko. Man on the right-hand side. It's going to find its way through to Sanji. What a tackle that is from Ramos in the nick of time. Does concede the corner, though. Yeah, we do, mate. Yeah, absolutely. We hop into games for sure. We'll need to get some clubs with subs going on. We might do some SC Beta clubs with subs. We won't be able to stream it, of course, but we'll be there. Another corner for Volt, keeping the pressure on late. And fair play to Altay, sticking on in there. All 11 players still in the game. The temptation must be there, I can't lie. Edge of the box, so Timpson picks it up with a free header. It's given away, though. Don Unsal. Good win from Sanjay. And again, they're not letting anything go, this Volt side. They're 4-0 up and they're still throwing in naughty slide tackles. La Tormenta sending plays for hot dogs. It happens. Prince to Hasko. Willing runners. One of them is Leonardo. Finds the top bins. It's an absolute carbon copy of the first goal that went in, which seems like absolutely ages ago. It's 5-0 to Volt. 4th place Volt. Picking up all 3 points in style. Altay, mid-table Altay, I mean, they've just been a deer in the headlights. I genuinely think, regardless of who Volt played tonight, they were going to be picking up 3 points, because I've not seen a Volt side this clinical before. They're very, very good offensively and defensively, to be fair, but they've added an extra string to their bow tonight, and that is this absolute potency up front. Big save from Middleton, question mark. That's the AI Middleton. Not cool, man, not cool. I mean, we said 11 players stuck by. Doesn't look like he's still in. We are basically just waiting for the full-time whistle. But Volt would like to add another one here. And with an AI goalkeeper, why not? Because there's 2 men at the back post. 3 if you can include the man on the edge of the box. They must have heard me because they've started to pick them up. They go near post. Flicked on, and oh, here we go. 2 men at the back post. One of them's Chica. Gives it to Haskell. Cleared off the line. I mean, that's as good as you're going to get. I don't really know what happened, but that's it. That is it. Volt, 4th place Volt, pick up all 3 points. They do so in style. 3 goals to the good. 3 goals to the good. 3 points to the good. 5 goals to the good. Could have been more as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. I mean, we started with the Scotland derby. Go back and watch it if you missed it. I imagine there'll be some questions asked in the Altay changing room. To be fair, it's right before the weekend. I think some players may have checked out. That's not the Altay we're used to seeing, but I said it in comms. They just came up against a Volt side who, one, are obviously a very good side, but I've never seen them that potent. I've never seen a team, other than maybe Poise and Fenerbahce, I've never seen a team put so many chances away in quick succession against another good side like Altay. So fair play to Volt. I mean, well deserved that 3 points. They'll go marching on. They're in contention for that championship, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, do we have the league table? I think we do. I don't know why I got these 2 men on there. There we go. 5 games in hand and 16 points behind Poise. There you go. That is the state of play for Volt. So they are well within a shout of picking up some kind of silverware. Hey, stranger things have happened. I mean, looking around, Volt have only lost 2 games this season. That's less than the current league leaders, Poise. FG have only been beaten once. There's some very strong teams up there, ladies and gentlemen, which is why you need to stick around for the rest of the season. It's going to be a good one. Boys and girls, if you're not already subscribed to Pro Clubs Weekly, do so. What are you doing with your lives? Make sure you subscribe. And for those of you who want the baller builds a little bit early, think about joining our membership. It's cheap as chips, and as soon as we upload them, which we do in bulk, in mass, ahead of time, usually about a week ahead of time, you get them as soon as they are uploaded. So don't say we never do nothing for you, and it just helps support the channel, really. James, am I going to be playing centre back? I'll play anyway, mate. I'll play absolutely anyway. I do enjoy centre back. I'm a much utility man. Although if you have seen the game or haven't seen the game where I play striker up front in the VPG, go watch that one. That's a good video. I won't spoil it, but it's a good video. So Creative versus Fenix, thank you very much. Good to have you guys back on for the Scotland derby. Good patriotic start to this Thursday evening. And then SV Volt absolutely steamrolled their opposition, Altay. Regardless, good to have you guys back on the channel anyway. That's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure to join you guys tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in, whether it's 10 minutes or the whole thing, even sitting through the BRB screen. It's very much appreciated. And yeah, please do continue to support the channel. We'll be here all the way through till the end of FC24, and then right from the beginning of FC25. We ain't going nowhere anytime soon, so continue to stick around and we'll keep doing what we do. If that is everything then, boys and girls, I will see you. I've got some videos to upload in the next couple of days, so again, memberships, yes, keep an eye out for those. But I'll see you probably next Monday or Tuesday. Have a good weekend, enjoy the beer, and see you later.